Achievement unlocked. Something's fishy. Looks like a big region. I'll have a look around.
Hey, hold on there. I gotta sign you in. Don't think I've seen you around. That means you must be new to Stellar Bay. You are new here, right?
Yep. Is my ship on the landing pad, Raxu?
I knew it. See, I made what you'd call a logical deduction.
You're an
You
idiot.
must have seen those UDL gunships on your way in. There's only 3 of them these days. Still, they tend to scare folk off.
What are they doing out there?
You may not have heard, you being new, but Stellar Bay hardly ever gets off-road traffic. Us being cut off by the board and all. Which means I never get to do this part, but I've been practicing, so here goes.
Alright, dude.
On behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay, home of the freshest sal tuna and halcyon. Please state your name for the records.
I'm Alex Hawthorne.
Swell. There's one for the logs. I'm even gonna give you your own entry code. I'm not supposed to do that. It's against procedure, but Mr. Sanjar isn't so strict about the rules here. Besides, I got a lot of empty entries to fill.
Is Stellar Bay really that isolated?
We don't get ship traffic in town. Only off-worlders who do make it out here are sublight. They got a base in Fallbrook.
I'm here to see them.
Thank the stars for them, or we would have run out of Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch years ago.
Not what I expected to find on Monarch.
Oh, that'll just make Mr. Sanjar's day if you tell him. The board makes up lots of nasty stories about raptidons and cannibals and whatnot. But that's all outside our walls. Mostly.
Mostly. You saying the board's been lying about this place?
Oh, sure.
Doesn't sound
It
like
makes
the board.
Stellar Bay sound like a rotten place, but it's not so bad. Get a good breeze going, and the sulfur smell mostly covers up the fishy smell. Anyway, Mr. Sanjar's got lots to say on that subject. Kinda goes over my head, though.
I'm gonna have a look around town.
Mr. Sanjar will be mighty pleased to meet you. If you see him over at headquarters, maybe you could tell him I did a bang-up job of welcoming you?
Sure thing, Skip.
Oh, and if you're headed that way, maybe you could do me a favor?
Sure.
I got this Rizzo's Rangers Tossball poster coming in on the next sublight shipment, signed by the Black Hole himself. Only I haven't heard anything in a while. You think you could check with Celia to see if it's come in?
Sure.
Thanks a bunch. Celia works for Mr. Sanjar in the MSI building next to the bar. She's always there, so you can't miss her.
Alright, buddy. Man, why is everything stealing?
Look, I don't... Sorry, for a second I thought you were Grim.
Fresh blood at last. Stellar Bay could use some.
That's my ship. Several phrases have been marked off, right between the eyes, There were 3, no 4 of them. That raft was this big. It took me. Someone's doing like bartender bingo. Hey, your name's on my list.
Well, well. Isn't often we see new folk in Stellar Bay. First drink's on me, stranger.
Wow, thank you.
Enjoy. If you plan on sitting through Nyoka's stories, you might could use a few.
I could use a few and telling them myself.
Now, what can I do for you?
How well do you know Nyoka?
Anyone who spends any amount of time in this bar is bound to get to know Nyoka. On account of her being here so often herself. And I don't mean that unkindly. Anyone who's rid us of as many beasts as you have is entitled to a few drinks. Something else I can do for you?
You said you're not used to seeing new faces around here?
Not since Amber Heights. These days we have more leaving than coming. Off to join the iconoclasts or some such.
Okay. And why are you called the Yacht Club? What happened at Amber Heights?
Bunch of marauders broke into the executive compound, slaughtered everyone.
Okay.
Corporations pulled out of Monarch not long after. I thought everyone knew. But then that was 10 years ago. Still feels fresh to us every time we look at our walls, though.
Yeah. Yeah, why is it called the Yacht Club?
Thought it had a fancy ring to it. Name's the first advertising anyone sees, after
Magnum,
all.
my dude, thanks so much for the biddies, man. How you doing, man? Are there any yachts in Stellar Bay?
Nope. But a man can dream.
Certainly. Alright. Sell. Sell. Sell that beer you just gave me. Good. Oh wait, I have junk.
Something else I can...
Caleb's doing the talking.
Talk to Caleb. He speaks for all of us.
New face, huh? You from Offworld?
Yep. Yep, Captain Hawthorne of the Unreliable.
A ship captain? Well, I'll be. Here, let me buy you a
Oh,
drink.
nice, water.
Consider it an MSI welcome. Why don't you grab a chair, sit a spell, and revel with us?
Oh, what are you celebrating?
Me and my friends have taken our destiny into our own hands. We're untethered, free of responsibility and worldly cares. Well, as long as we don't run out of bits. But until the windfall's gone, we're riding high. See, we just walked out on our work. Had enough, we did. So now we're striking.
What could be so bad at make you walk off the job? Yeah, especially in this world.
It ain't any one thing but the sum of it all, having to work longer shifts for less bits. And the wages we do earn don't cover as much as they used to. Our supervisor, Velma, goes on and on about quarterly profits and meeting quotas. But that ain't what Sanjar promised us. Velma refuses to negotiate, so we're refusing to work. We won't go back until she agrees to pay us fair and proper. Us on Monarch, we're free from the board, you know? We have the right to lobby for better hours and pay.
You're not sleeping? That's not good, man. I'm feeling a bit better. Had a good meal, so was able to keep it down. Not that I had any trouble keeping it down. I just have not had this not want to eat feeling, and I'm worried that if I do, that I'll bring it up. I happen to be pretty good with negotiations.
I wouldn't doubt it. You look like the type who tends to come out on top. Not like us cogs, trying to be the squeaky wheel, but just getting deadlocked. It's been days, but Velma won't even hear us out. Maybe you could just make her listen to our demands.
I'll mediate on your behalf.
You would do that?
Yeah.
We sure are lucky you decided to come up to the patio today. I knew drinking up here would be good for more than the view.
Alright, we need to talk about Velma.
Sure thing. What did you want to discuss?
You got an exam? Oh, what's it in? Oh, we could just lie. How long can you afford to miss work?
Not forever, but we've each saved up our bits, and I stashed them safe in my home by the diner. I reckon we could last a week or two at least.
Any suggestions how far pressure on her?
If I knew that, I'd have tried it. Talking reasonably got me nowhere. Maybe you'll fare better.
Architecture?
The others wanted to blackmail her, but we're above that. Besides, them are just rumors. We got no proof they're true.
What's this about the blackmail, though?
I would never endorse such an untoward tactic, but, well, there's rumors that Velma's taking a cut off the profits.
Oh, that's not
So
good.
far, it's just gossip, But if there was any proof to be had, it'd be in the Saltuna warehouse, I reckon.
Alright, I'll talk to you later. Okay, let's go speak to Nyoka, I guess, since we're here.
And the little bastard's slippery, right? On account of its blood, so it's sliding all over the place, trying to crawl away. Getting so I can't tell the blood from the mud.
Excuse me?
Don't interrupt, it's rude.
You said excuse me.
But I gotta get in there, get right in that baby rap's stomach and dig it out. If so much as a drop of stomach acid got on that medallion, shit, I don't know what I'd do. Might be I'd hunt every damn rapt out there. Right. What are you staring? Wait. You ain't from around here.
Oh.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Name's Nyoka. I'm the best big game hunter on the planet.
You're also the loudest big game hunter on the planet. And the drunkest.
Shut the fuck. Fair point. I deserve it, though. On account of being the best.
You want to work in game design? What part of game design? Like what roles? Well, it's nice to meet you.
Ooh, charmer. Don't get a lot of that around here. Folks mostly grump at me about how I should join the MSI payroll. Nice change of pace. Buy me a drink, will you?
Sure. Another round, bartender.
Outstanding! What are you doing in Stellar Bay, stranger?
I'm told you can help me find an information broker.
Well. Let's get down to brass nuts then, shall we? Wait, that ain't it. Brass rats? Let's talk business. I'm headed back out there after I sober up. You want a guide sooner than that? You'll have to get me something to clear my head.
You want to have experience in everything? If you want to have experience in everything, the only way you're going to get that is to make your own game, solo project or a very small team. If you want to work for someone, you're going to want to focus on a particular aspect, whether that be like narrative, then you need to write books or short stories or something that shows that you can write. Then you've also got coding or any asset production. If you want general game design or development, level design as well, you need to sort of do your own stuff. Whether you put that down as like paperboard game type stuff or, if you've got an architecture background, that'd help with level design.
Outstanding!
And anything above that only comes from having experience, like a lot of experience in one area, and then sort of taking a step up from that.
They're very good. I'm cut off for the month, on account of needing one just about every damn day. But I'm sure you've got your wily ways. Fetch me one and we'll be all set.
Steroid or caffeine somethings?
I know they make me see straight for a little while. You gonna get me a dose or what?
once you applied, you had to show some original work. Yeah, so you want to show, that's what I'm saying, like you want to have something published that you can show. Which is why you want to do like small indie games or game jam stuff. Really good to get into. Game jams is probably the best way to do it. What's there's like on itch.io, it has a like list of game jams that are going on all the time. That way you can be in small teams and get a bit of practice in on everything, or do it solo, and then you've got something that's released, you can start building a portfolio.
Watch your step if you've...
Ah, the charmer. Welcome back. Drink, chat, or business?
Do I have any of these things that I can give
All
her?
of the above?
No. Okay, I gotta go to the dispensary. Alright. Whoa. Alright, what's this one? Alright, that's where that is. So we just go there.
Velma seem out of sorts to you?
She's always cranky.
No, I mean...
If Velma's capable of running... Hello, dearie.
Hello.
Why, I don't believe I've seen you before. And with sweet cheeks like those, I'd remember.
Oh, thank you.
What can Auntie Abigail do for you?
Who's Velma?
She works over at the fishery next door. Quite the hard worker, but she's got a bit of a temper.
Oh yeah, never give out any ideas. Like, even if you've got a name on an idea, it's only an idea. That's why you never give anything that's unpublished to anyone to look at. But you know what they say, education's not cheap. Hopefully you learned something off that, but it still sucks.
Why, just the other day, I heard her shouting from here. I can't imagine what set her off. Oh, but here I go again, running my mouth when it's none of my business. Was there something else you needed?
Yeah, I mean, I guess like if you want to do your best to make people happy, that's one thing. But I mean, just giving away ideas, I guess. What's a way to put it? It'd be like if you're in a running race and you really want to win because that's important, but everyone else wants to win, so letting them win would make them happy. What's the point of even being in the race? You know what I mean? I've been asked to pick up some medication, some kind of caffeine or steroids.
Bless your little heart, you must mean caffeinoid. If it's pep you need, one pill does the deed. Now, dearie, who's this pickup for?
We'll just lie.
I'm so sorry, but with the iconoclasts and the marauder filth chasing away what little trade we get, I'm afraid I have to reserve my supply for Stellar Bay residents.
That sucks about jobs, man.
Reserves have gotten so low, I've even had to start locking the supply room upstairs. Isn't it a shame what some people will do to get a little extra?
It is. It is a shame. Oh, that's just awful.
Isn't it just? I'd make an exception for you if I could, my little cherub. Is there anyone else needing a special pickup from Auntie Abigail?
Nyoka is.
Oh, her. It's none of my business, but I have told her Dr. Williams would bump up her monthly allotment if only she'd join MSI. Contribute like the rest of us.
No, I was just using an example, like the races.
No,
you know.
I've gone and said too much. And you know me, dearie. I don't like to pry.
There must be some way we can increase the allotment.
I'm afraid not. Dr. Williams managed the town's allotments from his terminal upstairs. Even I can't access them.
Oh, it's Sweet Talker. I thought you were in charge around here, Auntie. You sure ought to be.
Oh, you flatter an old woman. Me, I'm just here to be a pretty face for the customers. And to keep an extra key to the supply room for all the times Dr. Williams misplaced his.
Forgetful fellow, eh?
Careless experimentation with medicinal substances does take its toll, eventually.
I mean, I don't want to intimidate her, but if we have to, where can I find Dr. Williams?
In the town graveyard, I'm afraid. Poor man
Oh,
was
man.
always searching for the flower
Wait,
of
how can he be in
enlightenment.
charge if he's
On
dead?
the way, he tried some rather daring substance combinations.
Where's the graveyard?
The graveyard's near the southern ruins. You're certainly welcome to pay our respects, but the bodies tend to attract beasties. Do be careful. I'd hate for anything to happen to you, dearie.
Alright, well,
Chin up, dearie.
yeah, I know.
If Velma's capable of running the warehouse, she can certainly pick up her own caffeinoid.
Don't be so hard on her. With Brax missing, she's working...
If Velma's capable of running...
Create a new account. Aw. I just ghost outside. Where's the dispensary? Oh, we're gonna have to go somewhere. Where's the next one then? We can run all over town, I guess. Alright, see you in a bit. What's up, boys?
Could I get another advance, Mr. Nandi?
Can I get a caffeinoid?
Just make sure it's properly logged.
I'll note it next to the others, sir.
And here we have it. The board sends one of their own at last.
I don't work for the board.
Celia, didn't I tell you our new statistics-based advertising model would be a hit?
That you did, sir.
How can yield improvements of 26.7% not quicken the pulse? How can 32% cost savings not moisten the loins?
You've often posed these very questions.
Clear my schedule. This newcomer has a meeting with me.
I what? No, you have a meeting with me. Yeah, alright.
Did you hear that power play, Celia? They don't make them like this anymore in Halcyon. I only hope you don't judge me by my handshake. Now,
It's gonna be
what
a limp
business brings
fish
you
one,
here?
is it? I'm looking for an information broker.
Hiram? Why, he's probably still out at Devil's Peak. Not that he's had the courtesy to notify me, at any rate.
Oh, how rude.
But if you're here for him, I suppose that means you aren't here for Saltuna.
If I have to eat one more weird science project passed off as food in this sprat colony, I'm going to stab someone. Could always be both.
Now, there's no need to humor me. I'm used to this particular letdown. I had hoped that livening up our advertisements with enticing figures would draw the other corporations back to our bosom,
That's the
but
best line.
it seems we're back to the drawing board.
What exactly are you hoping to accomplish?
Thanks to the so-called hazard clause, Monarch has been cut off from the board's resources and protection for 10 years now. Now, we've kept ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations, but given the off-the-books nature of those transactions, such arrangements are precarious.
Right, sounds like you're freer than anyone else in Halcyon. Why not embrace it?
You talk like Graham.
Who's Graham?
Freedom always sounds nice, doesn't it? It makes a rather pretty slogan.
Yep.
What if you sit down
You are
and tally
completely
up the
free to be
costs?
poor and destitute.
How you provide
and
for
probably out of
yourself in the
food.
absence of aid? How you protect yourself from a hostile galaxy? It starts to lose its shine.
Yeah. You make a good point.
Indeed. Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI restored to the board.
On our terms, mind you.
And if our advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps it's time we took matters into our own hands.
Enough preamble. What's the plan?
It's a two-pronged approach. The first part involves seeing Stellar Bay properly defended.
Don't be I don't want to be too rude.
With a Bolt 52 cartridge, of course. If you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most productive and secure cities in Halcyon.
And you'll have a powerful ally on the board.
Alright, what's the Bolt 52?
Why, one of the strongest defenses in Halcyon. An extremely powerful ordnance.
Ordnance or ordnance?
An ordinance, of course. We do things in a civilized fashion here. Not like Graham's iconoclasts.
Alright, once I have the Bolt 52, what's the other part of your plan?
I'll need to gather some supplemental materials, but I mustn't get ahead of myself.
You do tend to do that.
The Bolt 52 will be in the old arms building southwest of town, which used to be part of Stellar Bay before we had to move our walls in. And these days, it's overrun with marauders and raptidons.
Okay. Why are you saying it that way?
Saying what? Which way?
Why are you saying RMS instead of arms?
That's just what it's called. It's supposed to stand for something, but I forget what.
I'm sure I'll know when I find it.
Oh, and while you're at it, there should be a terminal in the arms building with some dangerous information. Perhaps you could delete it so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
Better not be that video of the Raptidon doing it with the mechanical.
What can I do for you?
I met Grim, the landing pad guard.
I see. And was his delivery of the MSI authorized greeting up to snuff?
He did a bang-up job. Oh, look, that's exactly what we were going to say.
Well, that's excellent. I'll see that your feedback makes it into his review. What else can I do for you?
Let's talk
Then
about the
it's
good old
that I keep
days.
such meticulous notes.
Okay, why'd you get kicked off the board?
I've asked myself the same thing many times, especially seeing as the legal mechanisms we employed were part of the board's own bylaws.
Okay. Wait, you initiated your own removal
Not
from the board?
intentionally, though that's technically true. For many years, this planet was home to as many corporations as Terra 2. But back then, it was known as Terra 1.
Right. Terra 1 and then Terra 2? It's the same planet, though? Board put their best people on that one?
Really? I always thought they were refreshingly straightforward names. After all, the whole point of terraforming was to make them Earth-like.
Here, though, the results were mixed.
And as the other corporations began to tally their losses, they decided to pull out.
But not MSI, right?
Our leadership at the time certainly wanted to. But there were others of us who saw an opportunity. The chance to improve working hours and conditions, to reform MSI from the ground up.
How forward-thinking of you.
It's humane, but it's also good business sense. Exhausted, sick, and malnourished workers are not productive workers. Even a cursory review of the data bears that out.
Yep.
Anyway, we learned of a loophole in the corporate bylaws that would allow MSI to claim ownership of the entire planet once the other corporations pulled out, creating the perfect environment for us to enact these new reforms.
Using the board's own tools against them.
That's what I thought. But the senior executives laughed in our faces and insisted we'd be relocating to Terra 2 along with everyone else.
Yet here you are.
Yes, some of us stayed behind, and as the most senior executive remaining, I ended up in charge of what was left of MSI. I moved forward with our planned reforms, as well as our strategy to assume ownership of the planet. Yet not long after I renamed it Monarch, the other corporations dislodged us from the board and began an official campaign to paint us as lawless savages.
No Phoenix Rat today, Wagner. That's low even for them.
I don't think I realized how far they'd stoop. Everything we did was legal and above board. We followed their rules, and yet they still found reasons to declare us outlaws. I do think there's something useful in a governing body like the board. Something that keeps us from anarchy, but I dearly wish it functioned differently.
Why do you want back on the board?
Why wouldn't anyone? They own nearly all the resources and infrastructure in Halcyon.
True.
To be on the board is to be part of the colonial community, and being cut off means slow strangulation.
I treated you pretty rough. Is it worth going back?
I'm not a man to put pride before progress. If membership on the board can ease our hardships and provide us with opportunities, then that's the path I mean to pursue. Besides, I'm hopeful that additional leverage on our part will allow us a more equitable relationship.
Leverage?
Don't get ahead of yourself, sir.
Yeah.
Yes. It'll be easier to explain once we have the Bolt 52. My hope is to maintain
we'll
the
get this Bolt
reforms we've
52
managed
for you.
here. And who knows? Perhaps once we're restored, we could spread them to other corporations.
Okay, what's this hazard clause?
It's a legal provision that gives the board the authority to cordon off any planet or location that it deems dangerous. For the greater good. Allegedly.
And they've invoked it on Monarch?
Yes, making all of MSI criminals in the board's eyes. Rather hard to run a business that way.
And you don't think to see much of Graham?
He and his followers call themselves the Iconoclasts. Lawless anarchists, all of them. If anyone on Monarch deserves the reputation the board's pinned on us, it's them.
You've got strong feelings on the matter.
I'm trying to build something here. They only want to destroy things, and they risk ruining Monarch for all of us. It isn't just that they drain our people and resources. Every radical act they commit cements Halcyon's image of us all as destructive rebels, and pushes us further from the rest of the colony. He's lucky the board doesn't take him seriously enough to keep more than a few UDL gunships patrolling Monarch.
An Earth Directorate assault cruiser would change his tune. It's almost a shame we haven't seen one around Monarch in a long while.
What can I do for you?
I think we're done. Yeah. Awesome. The Grim tomorrow. Check with Celia.
Greetings, and welcome to Monarch Stellar Industries, producers and purveyors of the finest salt tuna in Halcyon. What can I do for you today?
Grim wanted me to ask you about his tossball poster.
You know, sending you is the first bright idea I've seen from that man, because I told him to stop bothering me about it a week ago. I still don't know anything about it, but if you want to help him, Velma's the one to ask. She's in the warehouse.
Okay.
But I'll warn you, Grim wore her patience thin a long time ago.
Yeah, but he's just waiting for his poster, man. Earlier I overheard you say having money trouble.
Not at all. Mr. Nandi treats us all right and pays us well. I just spent most of my paycheck on Raptidon acid.
Do you normally blow your money on Raptidon parts?
Laws, no. Sometimes it's canid teeth, or mantis worm wings. Whatever Sebastian has in stock, really.
What? Why are you buying so much from Sebastian? Yeah, if you've got that many bits to spend, I've got some trash to sell you.
Oh, I don't need any of it. It's also I can talk to Sebastian. He doesn't get going about much else.
Yeah.
Sort of the strong, silent type. Unfortunately, my apartment's kind of filling up with his stuff. And some of the neighbors are complaining about the smell.
Just ask him on a date.
I couldn't. What if he says no?
Then you'll save money.
Maybe you could ask him for me. I mean, a no would still be bad, but it won't be quite as embarrassing if you ask.
We're playing High School Hero is
Mr.
in
Nandi's
space.
doing that thing where he breathes through his nose real slowly. I'd better get back to work.
Alright. I mean, I don't care what she sees in Sebastian. I want to get my gunning up. More gunning. Oh, that's effectively 100. Wow. 300% crit chance. Does handguns raise our shotgun? What counts as shotgun? Skilled, hey? Okay, what do we want here? Nope. Nope. Maybe. Nope. 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 No. I mean, minus 50% consumable weight. It's only consumables, no. 10 dialogue skills. Bonus to dialogue skills when you have no companions in your party. Oh wow, plus 10 all skills if no companions are recruited. Wow. That's nice. Let's keep it that way. Alright, let's go just flowers for Sebastian, I guess. I like how they list them as tasks instead of faction or side quests. It's just like a little quick.
Wrapped musk and canid eyes, right here.
I've got a thing I need to drink. Need caffeine drink or regular drink and sleep. And some food. Okay. What's up, buddy?
Hello, stranger. Can I interest you in a raptidon tongue?
No.
Or maybe some canid toenails?
No.
You look like a man who's looking for some mostly fresh animal parts?
No. Let's talk about Celia.
Huh. I haven't seen her in a few days, but I've been meaning to ask her how that raptidon acid is working out. I hope it's working okay, because no one else really seems interested in this stuff.
That's because it's rubbish. She likes you.
Nice of you to say. I like her too.
No, I mean she really likes you.
And I gotta admire anyone with her passion for canid hides. But you don't have to butter me up.
Since you're so much in common, maybe you should let her take you out.
Wait, I see what's going on. She put you up to this so she could get a
this guy's an
discount.
idiot.
Don't get me wrong. I'd like to give her a discount. She's a real fine lady. Always talks nice and slow, so I understand. But if I give her one, I won't hardly make a bit, on account of no one else having any use for raptidon tongues.
Okay, let's persuade. Don't take my word for it. Spend some time with her. I promise she won't ask for a discount.
You sound pretty sure. And she is awful nice.
And you're awful
Okay,
dumb.
I'll do it. Once her shift ends, we'll go someplace nice. Maybe to Chef Raymond's.
Alright, let's go tell Celia to make sure not to ask for a discount. Although she's probably going to stop buying his stuff if they start, and then he'll be broke. So she'll have to like look after him.
Have you talked to Sebastian yet?
But she'll have money because
What
she
did
won't
he
be giving
say?
it to him, like to buy his rubbish. What do you see in that guy? No, I don't care.
Okay, but how did he say it? Did he sound excited? Or like he was just agreeing to it? Was he like, yay, a date with Celia. I've secretly been waiting for this. Or was it more, sure, I don't have anything else going on.
Yeah, he likes you. Just don't ask him for any discounts.
Not to worry. If I never buy another Raptidon tongue,
Yeah, she's not going to ask
it'll
him
be
for
too
discount
soon.
because she's just never going to buy anymore. I love
Look
it.
at me going on. I'm sure you've got other things to do, and Mr. Nandi's giving me that back to work look.
Yeah, get back to work.
Anyhow, thank you.
She just paid me for a date. Did I just pimp her out? Oh well. Alright, gonna speak with Velma at the warehouse. And after we do all this busy work in town, we're definitely going to go back to the ship and save. So I would hate to be doing all this again.
Wouldn't mind smelling like Saltuna if we could sell more of it.
Yeah, I hear you, buddy. Oh, I don't get a map inside a building. I wonder if that's death. Let's not find out. See if I can open every door in this building for them. They said it stinks in here, so do my part. Get the breeze through. Oh, look, a computer. Yeah, sure. Personnel files. Mash random keys. Fish tank 23 is looking a little lumpy. Something about that. Okay. What my hacking is. $23. Is this supposed to be plus 10 since I haven't recruited anyone? I haven't recruited anyone. Oh, I think I've got a minus. Am I wearing a -5 hack? -5 stealth skills. And hack is a stealth, so I'd have to take that off. Okay, that'd still be too low.
Look, you can tell Catherine the new shipment will be ready when it's ready, all right? She's welcome to come up here and pack boxes herself if she's in such a hurry.
Catherine said she'd shove you in a box if you keep running your yap like that.
Did she now? Well, I can see I was mistaken. Because if Catherine really had sent you, there'd be a lot more expletives in your message.
She caught me
I
in a
hope
lie.
you can forgive my temper. This job has been running me ragged lately. First, my autoloader foreman stages a walkout, and now my chief pescatological health manager is missing.
Your chief what?
Braxton. He's in charge of getting the fish fat, but also making sure they don't get too many tumors. He's a real wizard with pharmaceuticals, but he has creative notions of working hours. Comes with living in a free colony, I guess.
He'll come back eventually. Yeah, don't you have rules about that?
We're not keen on rules for rules' sake around here. Means Braxton skips work sometimes, but it also means no company boss is telling me when I can take a shit. Since you don't seem to be constrained yourself, maybe you could check up on him.
Yeah,
He lives
sure.
in the apartments. Tell him Velma said to get his lazy ass down here, or she might start noticing those extra jugs he's been taking from supply. Something else on your mind?
I'm here about Grimm's poster.
This again? I swear, this is the last time I contract for any special requests. You can tell Grimm his poster came in. You can also tell him I got a better offer for it. So now it's going to Nell. That about cover it?
Who's Nell?
She runs the betting parlor across the way. Nice professional lady. She asked me about the poster once. Just once. Made a real generous offer, too.
So it's about money?
Damn right it is.
You're just giving Grimm's poster away? Didn't he pay for it?
No. I paid Sublight for it. So it's mine. And when Nell pays me for it, it'll be hers. Grimm may have asked for the poster, but it's not his until I take his money.
You still have the poster, right?
It's staying locked up in my office until Nell shows with her money.
Let's see if we can work it out.
Sure can. If you want to pay me more than Nell's offering.
No, let's go persuade. Let's go persuade, yeah. I'm helping you with Braxton, aren't I?
Sure. And once you finish helping me, then we can talk about the poster.
Yeah, that's fair.
Fine by me.
Alright, what about Caleb?
Unless you're here to tell me he's agreed to do his job again, I've got nothing to say.
Okay. Why can't you give him his pay increase?
I don't have the bits for it, plain and simple. Besides, if I make an exception for him, I gotta do the same for everyone.
Yeah, it's fair. They said they need a raise to keep up with prices around here.
Tell him to complain to Catherine in Fallbrook, not me. Sublight's demanding more money for the same contracts, which means we're all in the same boat. If Caleb wants to keep this job, he'd better get back to it. I'm about ready to hire Sublight contractors at this rate.
Sanjo's going to notice your shortfalls before long, and he'll hold you responsible.
Maybe so, but I bet you Caleb runs out of bits first. Then he'll have to come back. He says he's got a stash to tide his crew over. Could be he's all talk, but if the money's real, I bet you he
That's
keeps
two people
it at
that's told me
home,
about this money.
near the diner.
Just sitting there. Are you willing to meet Caleb halfway?
For running me ragged while he takes an extended leave at the bar? Not on your life.
Might we do that one later?
Fine by me.
Braxton had been stealing drugs.
Stealing's such a nasty word. Let's call it skimming.
Yeah, because you're
And
skimming
yeah,
off the
let's
top of
just
the profits.
say I've noticed the stereobiotics we use for the fish would get used a little faster on Braxton's shifts.
Awfully nice of you not to say anything.
We're not like those corporate towns where you get fined for sleeping on the wrong side of the bed. Besides, the Spacer's Choice stuff we use is cheap enough. And Braxton knows how to get the Saltuna, fat and mostly tumor-free.
Oh, they sell that. Who's Catherine?
Sublight boss out of Fallbrook. Handles most goods that come in or out of Stellar Bay. Has a mouth like a Ground 6 Spacer.
Cool. Alright, let's talk to her later. Alright, do some busy work. Alright, so let's have a look at Braxton. Where are you, Braxton? Over there. Where are we? Up here. Okay, south.
Smells like wrapped in here.
Oh, it does work. I brought some.
Help! Someone's been killed!
What?
I think I'm gonna be sick.
Are you alright?
No! I just stepped in a dead man's blood. And I think one of the flies landed on my mouth. If you're going into the apartments, do not go into the lower one on the right. That's where the body is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go contemplate a hot shower.
Wait.
The body's in the first apartment on the right.
Oh man, that's the apartment we need to go into, I think.
Whatever you do, don't bother the supervisor. You'll never hear the end.
Just have a look through everyone else's apartment first. Stealing. Hey, is this your place?
Got any news from the rest of Halcyon?
Oh.
I don't have staying long.
What's up?
You startled me. Don't
I'm
sneak up on a person
sorry.
like that, huh?
I would have knocked, but there's no bell. Wait, I'm looking for Braxton. Have you seen him?
Braxton. I've never even heard of a Braxton. Got nothing for you, sorry.
Relax, no one's in trouble. Just looking to have a friendly chat with him.
Oh, in that case, he told me he was delivering to this house in the ruins south of town. Whole family had fallen sick and he had some meds on hand. So maybe look for him there?
Thank you. Let's...
Everything's spinning. I'm just gonna take it easy, okay?
Dropping a care package off with the mothers in the old ruins south suburb back soon. Laura, I know you're reading this. Stay out of my things. Nice. Okay. Go check out this dead body. This betting slip lists some increasingly bold wagers made for a team called Mostly Colonists. It's from Left Field Tossball Betting. I mean, what other clues are there? Oh, hang on. Several ragged outfits, all the same cut and color, were stuffed into this suitcase. Investigate left field tossball betting. Alright, well, we're getting very distracted on with our side quests. I like it. Celia's up there. Keep Rose's windows shut. Okay, someone's working too many hours. Not sure, Valkyrie. For a little bit. Probably gonna see if I can get through this this planet's quest, maybe.
We don't get many outsiders.
Doesn't look like you do. Hey, Nell.
Ooh, you're the new face.
I am.
Wow, you must be up on all the latest tossball games. So who do you follow? Wait, don't tell me. You look like a Hammersmith Thunder fan. No, Glacial H Mammoths.
I play for Auntie Cleo's Darlings. Don't you recognize me?
I'd heard they'd gotten a new hacker. Is that why everyone's making such a fuss about you?
Yep.
But what are you doing on Monarch?
It's a part of a goodwill tour of Halcyon. We're meeting our fans across the colony.
Maybe we're not so isolated as I thought.
Yeah.
So, what can I do for you?
I found this betting slip in a dead man's apartment. Any ideas what might have happened to him?
Poor Isaac. I was wondering why I hadn't seen him in a few days. I'd really like to help. Isaac was a sweet fellow, even if he did have terrible teeth.
I'm listening. What does his teeth have to do with anything?
They were pretty distinct. Monarch doesn't exactly have a thriving dental industry, and Isaac seemed to get stuck in all sorts of bad habits, dietary and otherwise.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes he'd drink purpleberry punch by the liter. Other times he'd keep betting on a losing team. Started owing the wrong people money.
So who did he owe?
I don't know for sure, but I saw Elijah and his buddies pushing Isaac around. They're hooligans from Fallbrook. They sweep into town, drop supplies off behind the warehouse, and spend the rest of their stay getting rowdy over tossball games. They usually loiter in the alley behind the yacht club. They're not allowed in the bar anymore. I bet you anything Isaac ran into trouble with one of them.
Thanks for the tip.
Mr. Sanjar will be pleased to hear about it when you're done. I know he gets fed up with the Fallbrook bullies, but there's not much he can do.
Okay, I think we had more to talk to her about.
If it isn't the famous hacker, enjoying Stellar Bay. What can I do for you?
You said you're having trouble receiving tossball game transmissions.
Graham's always filling the airwaves with his propaganda, like it's done him any good. All it means is the tossball games get to us in fragments. Makes them real hard to watch.
Okay, Velma tells me you outbid Grimm for a signed tossball poster.
Signed by the Black Hole himself. There's no way I could pass that up. Why, did you want to see it? I don't have it yet. I'm waiting on a few customers to pay up before I can give Velma the bits.
We'll leave these ones for now. Actually. Yeah, let's do this one.
You mean dopey landing pad Grimm? I didn't know he and Mr. Nandi were friends. I guess that changes things. Fine. Tell Velma that I don't want the poster anymore. I'll find something else to hang in my shop.
Yeah, that solves that. Alright, we'll still do the thing for the other girl. I think that might be like out of town, is it? Oh, they're behind there. Better not come to a fight though. I need a drink.
What are the chances of all the times and places we could have been born?
Yeah.
We're here, light years from Earth, going about our lives.
Every time the punch clock peals, a worker earns his meals.
What are you talking about?
Sorry, I thought you were quoting It's a Wonderful Directorate.
Please, will someone help me? My boy's in trouble.
Hang on. Thugs, hey? Alright, thugs.
Who the fuck are you? This ain't your alley.
Alright, I'm gonna let you off with a warning. Otherwise, I'm just gonna shoot you in the face. So keep your mouth shut.
Hey! What are you doing here? This is our secret alley.
Yeah, some secret.
Berta already pissed by those crates to market.
I know you murdered Isaac.
Listen, that purple-toothed twerp had it coming. Not that anyone has proof. And not that it's any of your business.
I'm making up my business.
Oh yeah? What are you saying exactly?
Alright, you've bullied people long enough. If you know what's good for you, you'll clear out and never come back.
Wow. Most of the pencil pushers around here cave as soon as you look at them funny. Fine, we're going.
I guess that makes you a pencil
This
pusher
ain't
then.
worth it.
Go cave somewhere else, Mr. Cavey Cave. What's wrong,
Oh,
Agnes?
thank you for stopping. Everyone acts like nothing's wrong, like my little boy isn't at risk of being eaten by some vile creature. Please, you have to help me get my little Tucker back. He ran away and is going to get himself killed. Oh, I just know a raptidon is melting him with acid as we speak.
Alright, calm down, take a deep breath, then tell me what happened.
Don't you tell me to calm down.
Don't you tell me not to tell you to calm
I promised my
down.
boy I'd protect him for always. But how can I keep him safe if he's run away? He ran out into the wilderness a few days ago. I warned him about the raptidons, mantisaurs, and marauders, the toxic sulfur pools, and poisonous plants, but he didn't listen. Please, won't you go and find my boy?
I'll help you find your son.
Thank you. Oh, I know he'll be safe now that someone's able to fetch him home. You look for him in Amber Heights, you hear? It's down the road southwest of town. I'm sure he made it that far. I just know it. And if you find any of them iconoclasts indoctrinating my boy, you punch them in the mouths. Tell them what I think of them luring little boys away from their mamas. It's immoral.
He's gonna be a grown man. Right? I'm calling it now. Okay.
A fine day for business, isn't it? Anyway, what can I do for you?
Isaac Rhodes is dead. I found the people who killed him.
But that's terrible. What happened?
It was Elijah and his hooligan friends. I ran them out of town.
I'm glad to hear you've dealt with them. They've been causing quite a bit of trouble around town.
I bet.
I've been consumed with other matters of late, but I would have dealt with them eventually.
Yeah, of course you would have.
Of course I would have. Still, your intervention in the matter is much appreciated. Please consider this payment for your services.
Well, thank you. Alright, let's go to the next one. What's this? What's up, Nyoka?
Ah, the charmer. Welcome back. Drink, chat, or business? All of the above?
Never mind. What? Okay, so I don't know why that's not I don't know why that's saying come here then if it's nothing here. Henrik's handiwork. Space crime continuum. Magnum, my dude. Thanks for giving out a gift sub to Odin Hansen.
I hear those rich people in Byzantium pay a handsome bit for Rap Musk.
Appreciate all the support you give me, man. Congrats, Odin Hansen, on grabbing that gift sub. It's behind the house, eh? What are you up to? 229 gift subs. Man, you're a machine. You're welcome, man. It's my pleasure. Maybe somewhere down the track we can get one of those game dev streams going and get something together. Okay, that's the ruins. Sublight ID cartridge. I kind of need one of those. Yeah, I prefer it. Nice. Well, I said if someone wanted to do dev stuff, I'd go through the process. Usually people get really interested at the start. I start asking them some questions, and they don't have answers, and I'm like, well, if you can find answers to those questions, I can start putting stuff together. And they never come up with answers, and don't bring it up again. Meet with Catherine. Where's Catherine? Velma about Henrik. Okay, somewhere else for Henrik. Okay, being in that building. Hey, Severo, no updates on the shipping yet? Yeah, it's probably still in transit. Well, I'm assuming it would have arrived, but sitting in a crate. Alright, Henrik's, that's Henrik himself. So that's Henrik's house, I'm guessing. You'd love to have a podcast? Then do it, man. Wait. So this is the bar. That's the yacht club. So that's Henrik. Put that away, Panz. That's his stash of cash. Oh, you know. If it's just sitting there. Okay, so it looks like we're leaving town now, finally. Okay, so we want to go back to, we definitely want to get to the ship, have a sleep, and get a save in. We've talked to pretty much everyone in town, so I think that's important to save up now before we head out of town and die and have to do probably everything we spent the last hour and a bit doing, which would be terrible. Alright, so sleep. Eat and drink. Looks good. So I think we do the two closest ones, and then we can just run back in and... So we're going to be looking at secret people, passion pills.